This is Fountain Pendulum. Before us today, we have the Traveler's Notebook by Sojourner. And we're going to take a look at the specs on this. We're going to cover the quality of the leather, the feel, the size of it, and different designs aspect, how it differs from others. So, starting off, this is a fairly flexible and supple leather feel. You can see the flexibility that's offered by this leather, and yet it is nice and thick. It measures in at 1.9 millimeters. So that's a standard thickness for traveler's notebooks of a quality leather offering. They're usually between 1.8 to 2.2 millimeters thick. So I really like this coloring. The leather feels very luxurious. It's very smooth. The color is consistent throughout. I'd say leather, very light to none distressed color inconsistencies. So it is very, very consistent in the coloring and the quality. And it feels very, very smooth and luxurious as well. Then we have the elastic, a nice matching color on that and through the back. Flip it over to the other side. We have the 4 elastic bands for inserts, and then the tie-off point for the covering strap. And the elasticity of how they set them and the length feels really good. It doesn't feel too tight or too loose. And they also went ahead and trimmed and kind of burnt off the edges here, or I should say melted off the edges so that it doesn't fray. So that's a very good attention to detail. On the inside of the cover, we have the natural suede, and it feels nice. And let's go ahead and get some measurements down here. So this is 8 1/4 by 5 1/4, right on the dot for this one. And let's go ahead and check out what the website looks like and get some more information, the specs on this, before I show you how it looks like filled with all the inserts. This is the Sojourner website. I'll have the link in the description. So let's go ahead and check it out. We'll go to products, and they have some very nice accessories to check out, by the way, particularly this leather wallet insert that you'll see under leather accessories. But let's stick to the plan here. So I ended up getting the Dallas Sturdy, and it's an interesting description because it's a nice thick leather, as you saw, but maybe it's sturdier compared to the other offerings that are softer. I think some of the other ones, yeah, like say soft. So that must be an even softer leather to the touch, and maybe how supple or flexible it is as well. So the Dallas is the color that I selected. And then here you would go to Passport. I didn't get the trifold, just the Passport. And then here, the best way kind of to organize your mind and thoughts is they have this chart here. So traveler's notebooks, folios, trifolio, and travel trifolio. So we're going to go to the traveler's notebook, so TN, closure cord, and 4-cord spine. That's what we ended up getting. So right here too at the top, you'll see TN Original Classic front no pocket, and then TN Original Classic inside no pocket. What I didn't pick up on is if you look back to the picture, you'll see that there's stitching around the entire notebook. And when I received mine, there was no stitching. So I think I misinterpreted the image, that if you look at this chart, you don't really see any depiction of stitching on the Traveler's Notebook in the Original Classic. But then when you look down here, down here, you do see stitching on the ones that have the pockets. So, which are these inserts down here, which you can do. I think that's very cool, but I decided to go with the basic one. But yeah, I was kind of anticipating it would have stitching like the picture, and then it didn't. So that's just kind of a forward. If you're checking these out, it looks like the original ones come with no stitching, and then the one that has the pockets have stitching because they're stitched in, I presume. You can reach out. I would be curious actually to email and ask if, stitching is available. I know that she does offer customizations, because I did ask about getting some different dimensions done, and she offers that. It's just as a additional charge for that. And I think the additional charge would vary depending on what dimensions you're requesting within the passport realm. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And I noticed also that they have a couple of different colors. So like this Dallas one comes with the kind of orangey color strap, and then they have black, and I think I saw one with white somewhere also. So that's something that you might be able to customize upon request also. And I want to, oh yeah, there it was. There's one with white. And they have some really cool designs that have exterior pockets too. I'm going to show you this leather insert really quick, because if you don't decide to get the pockets built and stitched in, you can opt for getting one of these and then have it as an actual insert into one of the elastics. So that's just something to keep in mind. And let's see, they have the different, I guess it would be this one. Yeah. All right, we'll get back to the review. So I think the stitching would look very beautiful on this. It looks very lovely even without. So that's let's go ahead and fill this up with some inserts so that we can get an idea of how everything fits. And I'm going to pause once I get 2 in so that we can kind of see how it compares. So there's 2. That feels very comfortable. These are the Travelers Company inserts. This is the cream, and I have a white, and then this is the watercolor. So this is 3. I'd say this is starting for me to reach my comfort limitations of how full I would like a notebook of this size. There's just a little bit of room left on the edges, and this is going to expand as, if you're just writing in the notebook, probably not going to expand too much. But if you're planning on doing more of a journaling, scrapbooking approach where you put page inserts and stickers and things like that, it's of course going to expand some. So I'd say for my preferences for fit, I would stop at 3, but there's 4. So let's go ahead, and I have my also my Traveler's Notebook sticker sticker insert. So there we go. We're going to put that in too. All right, so that's 4, and it has 4 elastics for inserts, and it fits. It is, things are starting to, it just fits, I would say. Yeah, things are starting to, kind of reach that limitation of where I would like to see. I like to see the cover exceed a little bit the inserts. So there's 4 elastics inserts. It's now full. You can still do a piggyback method to get more inserts in should you choose. And I'm going to put this Motum kind of canvas cotton insert just to see how far this this zipper extends. So that does, with 4 inserts, that does protrude. Let me try taking one out. Okay, a little bit more comfortably, but it still exceeds, and that's fine. It's a personal preference, and that feels really comfortable. I really enjoy the suppleness of this leather. It's one of the more flexible ones. It feels very luxurious, very soft and pliable, malleable in the hand. And my understanding is it's scratch resistant, and I can see that in the characteristic of it. It looks like it would hold up really nicely. Of course, if you're a bit rough with it, just throwing it in the bag and things like that, I think that it certainly has the probability of being scratched up, but I think it has a resistance to that. I don't feel any particular coating along the edges. They don't feel rough or anything, but I think they're left pretty natural. So yeah, and the elastics feel good. I think I'd probably think about tightening that up a little bit, but it actually feels really good the way it is. So that is an overview of that. A very nice quality leather. I'll put more details as well as the measurements and all that in the description so you can reference them. But this is probably the softest also on the inside suede part. So the color is beautiful. I love it. All right, this is an overview of the Sojourner in passport size. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your traveler's notebooks and continue to follow the channel because we have some more comparisons for these traveler's notebook passport size in quality leather comparisons. Enjoy. I'll see you in the next one.